second since I've been on. I've been gone. Stanley throws one hell of a concert and one hell of a show altogether. Fun times all around. But last time I left off, we were letting this set up to like scan a portal planet, which took 3 hours and 17 minutes. And surprisingly enough, 100 people watched it. I was very surprised, like, that they liked that we were just floating through space. I mean, that was like the literal point of just like looking from Portal 2 over here. But I like to it. Oh, okay. Let's see who dived in first. Quickly pull up the app. Because YouTube seems to be working pretty good tonight, so. Alright, cool, we're about to hit that atmosphere. So I wanted to look up before we ended up, like, breaking off into a brick wall. Now, the funny thing about this is, like, when I left it in autopilot, I rewatched the clip, like, when I was, like, getting back into, like, the hotel and, like, setting down for the night. And I saw that, like, literally it hit a mountain, and at that point in time, once it hit a mountain, it just went directly into space.
Finally, you're here.
I know, it only...
missed you and LOL shit on the floor.
Dude, elite. You were the first. Nice to see you, like, freaking, chiming in, and I'm glad I could share everything, like, with total kamikaze kind. Now let me look what's going on with my ship, because we look like we're upside down. Let's gain some ground real fast. So, as you can see, the anomaly is right over there. I don't really care for it too much, because unfortunately all I can get is from a black hole from it, and not an Atlas path. Now, cool thing is there is a portal here. I found it. Now, I hopefully have something that was, like, remotely close to it, but it is kind of hard. It was at a really big mountain. There is a distress signal off planet, but, you know, nothing special so far. We're going to keep searching around. Maybe we'll stumble back onto the inactive portal. If not, maybe we'll find some clues. Maybe there's something that you have to do on the planet. Maybe it's like a total setup thing. I don't know. No one knows. But, hey. Funny thing was,
Can
like...
you do the shit on the floor thing just once, please?
I don't know if I would live up to Dan Harmon's, like, shit on the floor, where they're like... Dude, like, that whole, like, dance, and then, like, when they were just, like, literally just going the... I was just like, holy shit. Like, or... You shit, you know, it's like... That I found so entertaining, honestly, like... And, like, the... when they were, like, flipping everyone off in the crowd, I was dying in the fucking, like, laughter. It was a funny thing. I don't know if you noticed, but in like the very beginning of that take, like you hear a guy in the background yell, "Hey, no recording!" And then you hear me say, like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna record this." And I'm assuming that was probably just someone being a jokester, but it'd be hella funny if it was the security. I never looked behind, honestly, to check, and it seemed like everyone else was just kind of taking pictures. So it was kind of cool that I was able to snag that moment in time, because like there's some funny shit that was said. Like honestly, Dan Harmon and like Justin are fucking like ridiculously good chemistry together. So it makes like a really good live presence, like when you're in there. Like that video doesn't do them justice at all, honestly. I wish I had like maybe like a more high definitional freaking like camera that I could capture it, or something that could like stabilize it. Like I never find myself ever wanting a selfie stick. It seems like lame. No offense to anyone who uses them, but like I don't know. It just like looks weird walking around with the wand going. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's like, you look like fucking, you know, Daredevil. Like, I can't see, but I had to fill up in the sky to get my sensory. And while I'm up there, I might as well snap a picture. But, not my thing. But, ThinkGeek almost sold me on... ThinkGeek almost sold me on a fucking selfie stick. And you know why? Because it's not that lame. It's like that one moment we saw when electric cars became cool. Like, when Tesla, like, released, like, fucking a badass fucking, like, car, and everyone was like, oh cool, electric cars, kind of cool, you know, it's not like Prius. You know, it's like, yeah, it's good on gas, but it looks hella lame. But the point that I'm getting at is like, you know, you have these moments like where you're like looking at these things, and like freaking like you look at the conversion point of like when it's a necessity to actually buy something. And I almost got sold on the selfie stick because freaking like I went on there and it was a lightsaber and you connect it to it, so it doesn't look that lame. You can just be like, I'm just, you know, charging my phone with a lightsaber. Right? Oh, what are you? You look like normal. But let's check you out anyways. Maybe you have some clue to the portal, because you look different than the other ones. Whoa. What are you? Oh, right! And I am like 4 animals away from completing the zoology on this planet, which will put me at the 4th one. And then it means 6 more planets, and I can finally get... Okay, I was about to say, why can't I get this Rosetta Stone? I can finally get off this planet. Beam. I wish they could beam the last of the animals in one area. Just saying. I'm going to drink it. But the question is, which one do we clear? The transparent one or the other one? But like, it gives a little more description here, where it's basically a terrible thirst is overwhelms us, but hydration systems are suddenly inoperable. Okay, so I'm very parched. It seems like from this like little first analog type thing. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and say the two have 2 ancient looking cups. Pretty cool. Probably made of stone. You know, some badass, like, you know, Stonehenge looking, like, tools, I suppose. I don't know. That's something you would see from, like, some kind of, like, you know, like... Yeah, basically, it's like, do you want to eat the yellow snow type syndrome? And I don't want to eat the yellow snow, so I'm just going to go with the transparent fluid. At least we know that it might be a 50-50 that it's water. But it might not be. But, I mean, like, I'm assuming it's water. And who doesn't need water? Water's cool. It's like, I wonder if that's just the joke. It's like, do you really drink pee in this scenario? Are you Bear Grylls? Do you want to drink pee every single fucking situation you can get yourself into? It's like, Bear, there's a fucking water fountain around the corner. It's like, it's okay, I'm a survivalist. I can do this for 7 days before I have to worry. He's like, I'd offer you some, but you would die. I'm the only one immune to it. It's like, that's gross, Bear, you know? I'm gonna go drink some fucking water, and then convert that into my own, like, biohazardous waste.
You missed a stone.
Did I really? I don't see what stone you're talking about. Oh, there's one over there. That's the one you're talking about. Let's see. Are you relatively close? Decent. It's kind of a brisk jog. Nothing much more than that.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, well, hopefully we find an animal we haven't seen. That'd be cool, right? Oh, there's some zinc. Oh, have I seen you before? Yes. And you don't classify as a creature, I don't think. And besides, I already discovered you. Creepy sounding fucking rocks. They sound so spooky, seriously. Oh, look at that, there's another one. I mean, I guess we might as well go for a brisk walk. It's been a while since we stretched our, you know, space legs. What the fuck? How did that Atlas thing elude us? Seriously. Maybe the map was tripped out. I'm gonna go with that. I mean, maybe it was... But it looked solid. Usually they go transparent and dull. Like... Oh, okay. They were just being dicks. But like, we'll give them the ounce of suspicion that there's one and drive them crazy. This better inadvertently make me come across the animal that I need, damn it. Come on, Animus, you gotta give me something. Oh, that's just hilarious. Devastation. Fucking Beefosaurus Rex over here. Some weird looking plants. Damn, there's Atlas stones. Or Rosetta stones. Everywhere. Knowledge is definitely power in this little area. This is the knowledge community. They come from a very strong county. You can see they use their tax dollars correctly. Every time I see one of those shadows, it makes me wonder, it's like, damn. I really wish I could find the rest of those animals. Because I see the shadow and I instantly want to look up and I'm like, I already know what that is. I've been tricked by that too many times now. We've gone into caves. I mean, we've searched almost practically everywhere, but they're probably exotic animals that just kind of pop up from time to time. Which is kind of like a rarity drop. It's almost like Pokemon. You just search around and then every so often you find some. Like, I found a Hitmonlee today. I was so happy. I don't believe that we can find anything else here. So, I think it's time to refill the thrusters and get the heck. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, let's go destroy some rocks. Wow, I really did quite a number in that park job. It's alright, we have really great space insurance. Protects against everything. Hey, it's our little T-Rex friends. Hey guys. Whoa, buddy. You know, I was trying to be cool with you, and you want to be a dick about it? Okay, well, I guess you win this round, huh? But I win this round. You and your damn iron blood. You fucking Ironborn are all alike. You pay the iron price. And I pay the isotope price. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think I already... Yeah, I cataloged you. Move along. Nothing to see here. Alright, alright. Oh, there's this, like... This kind of feels bad. It's like when you see a kid zombie, you know, it's like that moral choice that you have to make. It's fucked up as fuck, but it's survival at that point in time. You know, I never wish anyone that unfortunate scenario inside of like a freaking like zombie apocalypse, especially if someone you know, that makes it even worse. But the point being is, you know, shit happens in a zombie apocalypse. But that was kind of like in that moment where it's just like, it obviously wasn't a zombie, but you know, it was just like not happy that it lost its like parents, so it was a little pissed off. Sorry, I got totally sidetracked by this beautiful red rock. Hey, they have 4-leaf clovers here. Oh, no wonder there's the missing animals. They're fucking leprechauns. They think I'm after their pot of gold. Those little fucking lucky bastards. Their charmed ass boots. Like, they're always clicking their fucking heels and getting out of trouble. It's like they're fucking... What was it, who told Dorothy that? I think it was like the professor from the Wizard of Oz. Just click your heels together 3 times, Dorothy, and you'll go back. It's like, what the fuck kind of information is that? It's like, you could have like accidentally clicked your fucking heels in the beginning and gone back the whole fucking time. Even though, like, you know, obviously that story's a lot more deeper than just that. Now, maybe there's some kind of like crazy animal here. I don't... you know what? I don't want to find out. I hate water predators. No offense. I don't like anything that's an apex predator, which tends to be in water because they're the ones that usually survive the longest because, you know, they've lived the longest in the primordial soup. Okay, we're going to play this game. That's fine. I can play that game. Because we can play this game. Fuck you, cavern. Now someone can splunk down there. Still nothing. I thought I'd pop out and find some new creature. Come on, give me a Godzilla or something. They're predators. No, those are the herbivores. With tempers, maybe. Oh man.
Have you ever put your ship in water?
It won't let me. I've tried. It was one of those unfortunate moments in life where you're just like, I have the idea that you can submerge it. It's a spaceship, right? It protects you from like not having oxygen. You know, it contains the oxygen that you have inside of one little capsule-looking corped thing. You know, so it's like kind of seemed like the right thing to do, right? You know, it's like it's just water, and you have propulsion systems that probably could survive the ocean and the pressure and the hull of that. So I'm like, I'll try it, and I got denied. Instantly denied. I was like, that sucks. Now maybe they'll put some add-on inside of there maybe later on. That'd be pretty fucking cool. I tell you what. Where are these creatures? I guess in the plus part, we gain a little bit more ground with going towards figuring out what's gonna go on with that frickin' portal. I want to find out. It's like one of the most depressing things in NMS. It's like, hi, here's a big stone thing. You can do nothing. Have fun with that. But people say you can do something. Let us find out. Oh hell, it's fucking rare. It's rare to find out. How fucking hilarious. Maybe also like our animals are also rare too. Rare fucking sea fucking drugs. The sea. Some rare ass Pokemon that's, so common but so rare for you. It's like, motherfucker. It's like playing Pokemon Go and not being like near somewhere that's like, water or fire and shit like that, and you're like, damn it, this is so rare. But funny thing about like Pokemon, like I was back in my groove and playing Pokemon Go today, right between storms, which is great because like in my neck of the woods of the States, it's been getting some sunny and some rain. It's been nice. We've been getting some pretty healthy rain, so hopefully that continues. I'm trying to be optimistic here for Cali. But what I was trying to get at is, let me fill up my gas tank, is like, I was coming down the street and like, oh shit, I only have 4 more slots. I am so happy with myself. Good job, past self. Your future self, which is now your now self, is so happy. Anyways, I'm enough talking about myself in the third person and future, past, and present. But like freaking, so like I'm on this walk and freaking like I end up basically hearing this lady and like she's just like talking about like, it's like, well, you don't even know, like she's like, let me just tell you, and then she just continues to like ramble, and I'm just like, what is she getting at? And like they're all blocking the fucking sidewalk. Like I don't it doesn't bother me because I pay attention and I'm like able to it, but it's just like, it is kind of like rude as hell if you form a line wall down like a sidewalk where you're just like, yeah, maybe you should clear a pathway for other pedestrians walking down the sidewalk. I mean, just a little room. But for me, I'm just like kind of like able to be like agile and like jump down, jump up. Plus, sometimes it gets me closer to Pokestops, so it's my excuse to kind of finally tag in where it's like I'm kind of in the street but kind of not in the street. So if a cop is just like, hey, I'm like, hey, look at them, they're being jerks, talking, being all fucking chatty Nancy's, not fucking like looking out for people. But the point that I'm getting at is this lady starts going on and she's like going like, oh hey, you just don't know, these 2 priests, like totally got together with Trump, and like the minute she said Trump, my attention just turned into like, what is she about to say, right? And like freaking like she just goes on to say that apparently all these like, the high like, religious leaders got together with him and he found Jesus, and that's why you should vote for him. And then, that's not the part that got me. And I was like, oh, whatever, people have their own opinions. The part that got to me that was fucking hilarious, where I literally started cracking up as I was walking down the street, is all of her friends just literally went, no, that's not a valid reason. And they just got dead silent, like, after, like, when she said that, for about, like, 2 to 3 seconds of just awkward silence, where, like, she was just so proud of herself because she was, like, trying to quote this information. She was like, well, I wasn't 100% sure where this, came from, but I've heard it. And I was just like, okay, first off, if you're going to quote something, you should at least know 1 ounce of viable facts that you can kind of throw out there to make yourself seem a little bit more viable to the conversation. Give me a time, date, personal time, kind of makes sense. beam it in, Scotty, with a freaking stardate. But the point being is, like, her friends just fucking shut her down because, you know, they were just like, okay, first off, I'm not going to vote for someone just because of their religious standpoint, because you are allowed to practice any religion in America that is beautiful. You don't get your fucking arm chopped off by just, like, practicing your own beliefs. It's kind of nice, you know, regardless of what war we're in or what craze we're doing. You never are discriminated inside of this whole beautiful place we call America. Typically. Not always. But, you know, the point that, like, that got me was just, like, you know, so you can't base that. State and religion are supposed to be separate. You can practice whatever you want. It's supposed to be separate. It literally says that. You know, the separation of religion and state. You know, shit gets convoluted. You know, we've seen those Knights of Templars. We've all watched the Da Vinci Code. Some of us read it. But, you know, hey, you know, that's just shit we do. But, yeah, I thought that was fucking hilarious. Like, I was cracking up. I shouldn't have. Pretty sure she probably flipped around and she was like, who's that guy? She's probably just a Hillary supporter. I'm like, nah, I'm neither. I'm gonna write in someone support her. I'm going for a third party support her. You know, it's like, if I can say anything to the American Republic, if somehow my voice got widespread in this very moment, this very time, I would say, well, who you believe in this time? Because at this point in time, it's such a fucking whirlwind of bullshit. Like, I just keep reading shit more and more in the tabloids. How, like, you know, it's like, one person starts arguing about, like, oh, hey, you know, well, they should not be influencing a freaking, like, election. Because, here, BBC is writing an article about, like, freaking how, like, the head of the FBI now is going to be brought up maybe on, like, freaking, like, breaking the law because he was trying to influence a campaign. And what are they doing by trying to set this guy up? Now they're like completely defacing that in order to shine it on Hillary, because it was like the whole point that they were saying was that, oh well, Trump was being like basically sheltered, and in the same point that Hillary was being disclosed, which almost upset the balance of the thing. But it's like they're doing the same thing right there. So it's like, aren't they in turn breaking the law by coming to all this stuff to truth? It's like, yeah, well, I don't want Trump in office. I don't want Hillary in office either. But you know, these are the things we have to deal with, and at least with Hillary, she knows some stuff. I'm not saying I support her, but I'm saying, like, if we get stuck with her, it's like the lesser of two evils. I get that. We all get that. Unfortunately, with this Illuminati bullshit, you know, we all live in this fucking day in life, unfortunately. And I don't know. I just say Illuminati, like, haphazardly. You know, it's like, I don't know if that really is a thing. You know, I just live my life the way it is and try not to think about, like, the outside elements that could try to affect me. But, you know, it's like, for the most part, you still have to understand where you live. You know, you gotta understand those politics. What makes us up. You know, these 50 beautiful states are in, I guess, prospects outside of there. Hey, ship, cut it out. Cut it out. Damn it. I'll fucking trade you in. Anyways, as this fucking ship finally gets back into gear, it's missing its transmission here. And, you know, I say that's what people should do. Go out and vote who you want. You know, like, well, how could it hurt anything at this point in time? We're either going to end up with a hate monger that's going to ruin our freaking thing, or a person that's just like, you know, espionage, just lies. And is a lawyer. Salesman or a lawyer? You want to vote for the main prime AAA bullshit? It's like buying a Call of Duty. I hate to bust out Activision. Well, actually, I hate that. I'm sorry, I like totally laughed at. Of course, I take pleasure in busting out Activision because they're fucking jerks. They always like freaking like short sell us and give us all this bullshit that they're gonna do. It's just like politicians, you know? It's like, don't vote for the AAA. Vote for the underdog. You know, we've seen some fucking beautiful indie titles that have broken our hearts in the gaming history. So why not just like go into it? And unfortunately, this indie hello is a different story. As we explore, you know, an inactive portal planet, just whipping around space. So far, no good. It's like, oh no. Where's the Kool-Aid man jumping out of the fucking side of the mountain? Better. Yes, I agree. It has a little bit more of a finesse to it, personally myself. And I do have to get back to that. That's one of the games, because I'm only going to play NMS for a second. I told myself I wouldn't search for all these animals for too long, and I wouldn't leave the portal planet just yet. You know, it's like I kind of want to search around a little bit, you know, explore, check some stuff out, catch in some sun rays, you know. It's a pretty toasty planet here. It's like we've gone to space Hawaii in its primitive form, back when it was young Hawaii, and we're just a kaiki, young kaiki. I have to admit, this is you know, just a tad bit lame. We're just flying around, taking in the sights. On the plus part, I reserved my PlayStation Pro.
I only spent 3 in Ghost to get the Ripper.
Oh, that's cool. That is pretty cool. But you know, I really enjoy the investments you get with Battlefield and like the way DICE does, because it's like you get it before time, you know, even starts and unrolls it. But speaking of very cool things, I had this debacle with Amazon. Unfortunately, they've been failing to like deliver shit on time and promising stuff where it's like, yeah, sure, we'll have it in stock, pre-order it. Oh, by the way, yeah, it's about a month or so off. We didn't think people were gonna buy this, but apparently people did. One of the things I just might, but I want to at least finish the storyline tonight of Battlefield before I get sucked into PvP of this, because I do want to try Battlefield because it would be amazing. Is that Amazon fucked up yet again? Not only they fucked up my headphones, which sucked, but I actually talked to their corporate and they were really cool. And freaking like after I got past that, they gave me like this really cool like freaking $5 discount on both of the things they fucked up. And let me get you the present thing they fucked up that they gave me a cool thing for. So listen up, viewers. If you happen to reserve Titan's Fall and you happen to have it, this special collector's edition with that really fucking awesome helmet that I'm only collecting that, honestly. I didn't really, I mean, I thought the game would be okay. I don't know, like it has a storyline, you can play cooperative, kind of seems kind of cool. So I figured, why not check it out, stream it. They gave me a digital copy for free because they fucked up. They don't know when it's gonna come back, but when it does, guess what I get to do? I get to keep it in the plastic wrapping and not even fuck with it, and collect. In mint condition, probably rare ass thing that they won't print because they overproduced it and hella people wanted it. Now I might be wrong. Maybe it won't collect things, but I want to thank Amazon for that. Like, and if you reserve one, you should speak up and talk to them, because you know it's like they are really open about trying to fix their company on the fuck ups. Because like the headphones for me was crucial, because if you can't see, some fucking Gorilla Glue tape. My ID badge is, well, some of the ones that were rickety wrecked, son. I kind of MacGyvered it together and came up to, I think, this really cool conclusion that I would be able to like get to it. But so they're holding, but they're not gonna hold for too long. So it's like hopefully they're gonna get me like some new copies. Hey, but I guess if you go on Astro, they can actually sell them. My friend canceled his order and still got the $5 for free because they're like, oh, I'm sorry, we fucked up. Here's $5 credit in Amazon. So I have $10 credit because they fucked up on two things: a free copy of freaking Titan's Fall 2 and another freaking collector's edition. So I'm just gonna be getting all this cool stuff, and like I really hope they fuck up on Dishonored 2. I hate to say it, now I'm rooting for them to fuck up, where I happily take the $5 and digital copies and all this other shit that they're just like, we can't meet the supply of video games because we promised gamers we'll give them 20% off. Well, Amazon, that's not my issue. I hate to say it like that, but like my issue is beating these fucking games. It really is. I need to beat games. And speaking of beating games, since I can't like get anywhere farther on this fucking planet, I'm almost saying maybe we should give it like, you know, 10 more minutes, and then you go check something out off planet. Because all we're really doing is just taking in. I already lost track of where that freaking portal was because I left planet. Obviously, like the last stream you guys saw of me was just like floating through space, which we only got 5 hours drifting, but like roughly about like 5 minutes of flying. And I just warped there and it was like next to nothing. We were there for 40 seconds. Pulse drive is beautiful. It's like half of what your warp engine even breathes out as an exhale. That's not even like a deep breath as it's running. It's just like, I don't care. I guess I'll just like take you across the solar system. It's fine. Hella yawning, scratching its nose somehow that like disgusts you. Like it's grinding its cartilage down to nothing, like dust. It's like, why are you doing that? You look like a fucking CD player. But alright, let's keep going. We're gonna keep sailing around. I gotta have to have a little commitment for this game inside of like trying to figure out these portals. Because for me, it's something I kinda want to do. I kinda want to see it. I kinda want to check it out.
It's this game on your channel you started but never continued.
Well, I mean, to the most part, I continue and start and continue and start, and then, you know, listen to the feedback of the players for the most part. You know, I try to, like, for them, you know, take in, like, because, like, there was Ridiculous who was, like, you know, he was jokingly, obviously, about, like, the whole freaking thing about, like, you gave up on the game, because, like, we had some pretty hilarious conversations the last time we spoke about it, where it was just like, okay, you were totally, because I was like wondering if he was really serious, because I was like, wait, is he really serious? Like, but like I was also thinking, I was like, oh, he must be playing around too. You know, it seems like a guy that has a good sense of humor. But enough of that. The point is, like, I try to mix it up. So Battlefield needs to. Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! Oh, really? That's cool. I do need to go back and start like beating, because I still haven't beat Ratchet and Clank. And other ones that I haven't beat as well. So it's like, for me, it is kind of annoying that I keep adding stuff. Like today, I also got Xenoverse 2. Like Dash would be so like freaking like excited to see like the Goku that came into it. It was badass. Holy shit! This thing was like this fucking tall and highly detailed, and like was totally worth its weight in gold because it was 20% off. And like that was the one thing Amazon made good on. That I was like, oh, thank goodness, at least this came in. That's one weird looking pillar of gold. Looks like a fucking witch's hat. You see some cackle and like a broom fly away from it. Laughing because it's like a fucking cat mirage.
When the character Spooner died, it was heartfelt, lol. I can't wait.
Ooh. What is this? Yeah. So, hopefully the next 30 minutes. Dude, what's up, Legit Runner? How you been, man? I've been chatting with you all weekend here and there as I was like going through KamikazeCon, which was amazing, by the way. I fucking loved it. Holy shit, do I have so many stories. And I'm gonna be like sharing some videos that I've had from past and like present. I just need to dig them up on YouTube. Like I did an interview over this weekend. Like as you can see, is this beautiful tattoos right here. Freaking like I did Delson Row, which was pretty cool. So like I got to like go with these guys called Media Jelly. You should check them out. Apparently they're pretty famous in like the Norcalian. They were cracking up when I said that, and they'd be like, Norcalian, huh? And I was like, yeah, California, for the northern region, Norcalian. So it's like in my word, I'm TM in it. But like, you know, there was a lot of fun stuff that ensued there. I definitely dug all the costumes. There were so many cool things. It makes me have like so many ideas that I want to do. It was like running through my mind. It's like I never become like too much of an ADD style person when it comes down to like trying to be indecisive on things I want to do once I set my mind on it. I'm rock solid. But there's so many good ideas. Like me and one of my good friends, two of them actually. Sorry, I was like Yachty.
Into comics.
Oh, I'm into video games. I'm into comics. I love comics actually. Like what got me into comics was reading Walking Dead. You know, it's like I think everyone needs to find that one. It's like drinking beer. Everyone hates beer. It was funny. I talked to my brother about this. He's just like, for years, he's like, I don't like beer. I'm like, you just haven't found the one. It's like finding a girl. You know what I mean? It's just you gotta be patient and don't settle to sacrifice your own happiness. Not to say, you know, it's like don't settle and make compromises, because you know it's like a girl has to accept you just as much as a guy. But just like a beer needs to accept you just as much as you need to accept it. For me, it's Indian Pale Ales. They just have a soft spot in my heart. But besides that point, it was like you have this coalescence with comic books, and you know it's like once you find that one, you're just like, damn, comic books are really cool, which gets me to my furthering factor that I like comic books, because guess what I got today inside of that freaking Xenoverse packaging was a manga of the freaking Time Patrol. So it's like I have a mint condition one of that, so it's like, dude, I need to get into like some DC comics. Like seriously, I need to make that my life, because I like totally love the season of like Flash and how he's affecting everything, because Flashpoint is a big thing. It's like I want to read Flashpoint. One of my other good friends told me on freaking there's some kind of documentary on freaking like Netflix that has about Flashpoint, which is really amazing. Let me go ahead and just like freaking kill these Thanksgiving turkeys real fast. Like they should have an animation for that. It's like oops. I'm sorry. We'll have like, you know, like Steve Carell narrate some like fried chicken like commercial, which by the way, I'm not quoting that hilariously just randomly. Like there is a fucking video of Steve Carell selling regional chicken. I think it was like Brown's Chicken or something like that. It was like some kind of like crazy off-ball like freaking like name. It was just like a color of some sort where they're just like, yes, we have golden brown chicken. You know, it's just like he was just narrating it. As he was like narrating, I guess that people started to like discover him from. He just is hilarious. Freaking like, what is going on? Jeez Louise, this fucking planet is crazy. It has pockets of dense gravity. I'm going to die. But yeah, you guys should check that out. Like, look on the internet, you see Steve Carell in old commercials. There's Will Ferrell in old commercials. Like, it's just like stars all started somewhere. And sometimes they're the freaking hilarious moments. But you know, hey, in those moments, sometimes they rock it.
Mainstream films and shows never follow the story from the comics.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of like a little happy that like they followed it in like Walking Dead. Now I won't ruin it or spoil it. If anyone has not watched Walking Dead, just speak up. Oh, I think I got back to the portal. Cool. See, exploring helps sometimes. Hey, land, damn it. Anyways, as I yell at my fucking ship. Let's just take this in. Let's drink this in. And see what's going on. But sorry, like I got hella sidetracked when I like landed on like this portal looking thing. Now that might not actually that's too small to be a portal. That just happened to have like a green light, and it has a walkway through the center.
I love Walking Dead.
Yeah, for me, the one thing I did like about that's so funny, Slug. About the Walking Dead, what they did was in the end of the season. They kind of set you up for this very, very like emotional like point, like from what I was told. Like, now I stopped watching it once they got to Alexandria because I was so disgusted with the choices that they were making that I couldn't bear myself because I love the comics so much, and that's how, I guess, biased I was in my opinion of it, because I fell in love with the way the comic had written it, and then I watched it on the show and I was like, what is this garbage? If you guys had just written it the way it was, you guys would have so many places. In fact, if you let HBO fucking touch it, they'd do it be justice. But hey, you know what? AMC has it, and they're doing okay. You know what I mean? And the end of the season was, you know, obviously Glenn gets Bastion, and so does Abraham. Now, I feel like they should have done Abraham's way better, because he is a freaking awesome, like, freaking person to Rick, and becomes, like, kind of like the person he turns to after he loses Shane, and then Tyrese gets promoted inside the comics to being Rick's right-hand man, pun intended. And freaking then, obviously, you end up having, like, freaking, like, going from Tyrese, you get this character that comes out of the woodworks, and you're just like, oh, Abraham, he's this really cool character that you misunderstand for the most part, and you really get to know he's this hardened person that just has a mission that he wants to complete because he has this person that tells them that there is a chance that there are survivors. And, you know, for him, he's military, he gets that. And, you know, it's like there's this story that really develops that's really badass. Like, for me, I absolutely loved watching that whole thing, you know, with Eugene and Abraham and Rosalita becoming these, like, you know, journey people that come into, like, play. And, like, they did not do Tyrese justice at all. Like, I hate to say it, like, I was pissed about the way they did Andrea. Like, I mean, personally for me in the comic. And when I say pun intended about Rick, about the whole right-handed thing, is he loses his hand, obviously, in the comic, which is fucking badass. Like, he becomes a righty. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, Negan doesn't fuck with him or his son, is because, obviously, Carl has more disfigurements than his father at that point in the storyline, too. So it's like, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. And I have a comic I haven't read. I really need to, like, appreciate David Kirkman's, like, work, since it's just sitting and collecting dust. But yeah, for me,
you need your own comic Mac.
Ooh, maybe I'd have to come up with some really cool fucking like concept. That'd be funny, but like kind of serious, but kind of awesome. I don't know. I'd dwell on that. Maybe we could think of what if there was just like a whole point of just like a comic book about NMS and the story that should have been. No, I can't do that. Maybe we can call it Murray's Adventures of Space. No, okay, that's a little too far. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I'm very like well thought out when it comes to ideas and projects like that. I like to become a perfectionist. So I'll get back to you on that. I know, right? Keep it in the freaking think tank. It would be kind of cool. It's something like paranormal. It does everything. Kind of like almost like a Buffy style thing, but like kind of like also mix in elements of like Firefly, where it's like kind of space bound, kind of bounty hunter type situation. It's like a intergalactic, supernatural type shit. Keep it fresh. You know what I mean? Have characters that aren't human, and like maybe humans are the ones they take contracts in, and they kind of watch us as like kind of the aliens watching in. Maybe they're the ones keeping, you know, like the supernatural in balance, and we think that they're doing an injustice. Like when they abduct people, maybe they're abducting demons and shit like that. That'd be kind of cool, right? I just need to learn how to draw, but yeah, that's a cool concept. Ooh, I learned speech. It increased. I'm learning, damn it! And I have emergencies. What emergencies are you talking about? Damn it. Alright, you know what? Let's test a theory real fast. I'm gonna get in my ship, and right now, that is facing that direction over here. Right? And maybe, just maybe, we will find a way to get to that portal. Maybe they're lined up. Look at that fucker. He doesn't see me at all. Oh, and the main character can be a fucking, like, a Buffosaurus Rex. He's like, you know, a T-Rex, but like Kung Fury status. He knows Kung Fu and shit. He's a reptilius type creature. Kind of like the reptilians from, like, freaking Skyrim. You know, like, or any of the Bezidia fucking, like, Elder Scroll, like, editions that they have to it. It's like something like that.
Do you remember that old Buffy game?
No. I mean, I reference Buffy because one of my friends is a big buff of Buffy. So like freaking like he was very like big into telling us all about Angel and all about Buffy. And I say that like freaking like funnily because like he really was excited about it, and all power to him. Like he got me into a hell of a lot of good series. Like those were just the ones I could never really get into. But then again, I got into like the cornier versions of like freaking Supernatural when you look at Supernatural, the show. Which I didn't really keep up to date because they kind of lost my attention a little bit. I should probably get into it because one of my friends said the later seasons did kind of get interesting again. And that's how like Supernatural is set up. It's like the season finales and the season entries are just kind of like meh, and then the middle of the seasons are badass because they're usually mopping up something and transitioning into something new. They do their seasons weirdly. Okay, so far this lineup doesn't seem like it's paying off. Rats. Well, at least we were able to discover a portal. No animals. I'm starting to think these animals are just like amoebas. They're in the deep sea. They're just chilling. Unless there's some like gigantuan electrical eel named Earl the Eel. Earl lived a really long life, and like it was taught by his father, who was taught by his father how to spark up a conversation. He was a very, you know, productive person, and you know, active speeches in the eel community. Earl Sr. was very proud of him, as obviously Earl Jr. took on Earl's name. Earl the Eel had lived a happy life. Alright, it doesn't seem like there's any magical eels. Damn it. There goes that fucking theory. Guess we'll have to continue to look for Ezra James Sharkington. Which, that one I can't, like, announce as my own creativity. That was, like, freaking the Lost Writers. They had mentioned that in a podcast a hell of a long time ago.
So what's the objective of the game?
At this point, the objective of the game is trying to find that portal again, trying to find the answers of a portal, trying to get a new ship part that will work, or find the remaining 4 animals that are on this planet that will give me a better zoology intake. Because right now I am about, you know, 3 planets that I've taken in all the animal species because I'm trying to get that trophy. Which is kind of funny because like this, I've never left a game where I've gotten 666 on like the trophy count. I have 6 gold trophies, 6 silver trophies, and 6 freaking bronze trophies. And I was like, is this game really just evil? Like, I mean, I say that on like freaking like Hallows Eve, but like, which, you know, another thing, I'm getting a little side tangent right here. I'm gonna allot myself this little selfish plug for this game because I love this game so much. Freaking Friday the 13th got pushed back, but it was happy. I had a nice conversation with one of those lovely representatives down at freaking like GameStop. They're always very knowledgeable when it comes down to future projects, and like, you know, I had a talk, And he mentioned that they pushed it back because like when they were doing the trailer, I guess people thought that it was like a multiplayer game, which kind of leads on that you play Jason, you play friggin' like the kids and you survive, and they caught wind of that and they were like, oh fuck, we can do that. We'll do that. As an indie game, they're not going to charge us any extra money. They're just going to give us this really badass multiplayer that we can play on top of some missions and more skins that they're going to add on for. He was thinking was like they mentioned maybe like $40. I fucking would be very happy with that as a gamer. But yeah, that was my side tangent little plug of freaking like utilizing like Friday the 13th, because I was hoping to play that today, I'm not gonna lie, but life also presented me Titanfall 2, so I am very stoked about that too.
Are you Christian, bro?
Actually I was born Catholic, like Roman Catholic to be exact. I was raised that way, and they kind of differed away from like religions. I mean, I respect all practices and like, you know, the way that they are treated in order to structure society and find one's own spiritual path. I mean, you know, to each their own on their own path and their answers between, you know, yourself and what could be deities, what could be energies, what could be just the understandings of life and oneself. So it's like right now I'm very neutral, like when it comes down to religions and just accepting to spirituality in general. I guess if you could describe me as anything, I'd be like a chameleon Buddhist. I don't know. And there should be a T-shirt like that, like a chameleon Buddha, the big Buddha belly. If you can't tell, I'm a wee bit hyper right now. I drank like a fucking large coffee. I went down to like the Starbucks and I picked up like their Thanksgiving blend. It was really, really cool because the chick like hooked it up. Like she like, I swear she like snuck in like an extra shot.
My mom is always on my ass about God.
Yeah, and you know, I get that, dude. I totally get that, Runner. Because like, you know what, for me, I have like, you know, a monarch in my life too. That is very religious, you know, and it's like, and I respect her beliefs, and, you know, I respect her connections with what, you know, she has in her life, but, you know, it's like, she was really on my ass when I was younger, about like, oh, we should go to church, mijo, and, you know, you should bring your girlfriend to church, mijo, and I'm just like, I don't want to say no, but I don't want to say yes, and I don't want to say, you know, I don't want to break grandma's heart, you know what I mean, I don't want to do that, that's bad, personally, in my opinion, but for me, you know, it's like, you know, these moments in my life, you know, it's like you have to make these tough calls, you know, because it's like you don't want to disrespect someone in their like religious standpoint, what brings them happiness, but at the same time you don't want to be subjected to the sway of someone else's judgment. And that's what I kind of feel like, you know, it's like that I would like to say happily that our society is kind of outgrown is, you know, a lot of people, I mean, like, I can't say everywhere, you know, but I'm saying like in the States and other like lovely, charming people, like, you know, maybe the UK, they're pretty charming. The Australian, especially those Australia's women, oh my gosh. Yeah, hi you cuties. Any of you single ladies out there. But like the point that I'm getting at is like, you know, there are cultures where they're very accepting to like, oh, you have a different religion, okay, we won't kill you. It's fine. We won't treat you like horribly different. Yeah, so, you know, we've come a long way compared to like the dark ages of the 1600s, let alone before that, when it was just like blasphemy not to have a religion. Like, I would probably be burned at the stake, honestly.
My coworker is so hot.
Really? That's what's up. I do have to say though, don't try to get dicey with freaking like the job. Unless you fucking hate the job, then fuck it, spit game, son. But like if you're like really invested into like that career, it's not worth the long investment because you might hit that. You know, you might want to wrap it and tap it, and then at that point in time, pull out and be like, it's not that cool. And then you realize, you know, it's hung up on you, or vice versa. You know, because girls can obviously play ball too. I'm not saying girls can't. But like freaking like the whole point being is like there could be drama if shit doesn't go right is what I'm getting at. You want to make sure that doesn't become, as one of my good friends would quote, a big bowl of gumbo drama. Drama gumbo. Hella funny. Anytime he's ever said that to me in my life, I'd be like, oh god, that's so fucking hilarious. So fucking hilarious. Which is hilarious, because you obviously see, I just dropped...
Number, but I'm so nervous to text.
Oh, dude, see, don't be nervous, because girls can pick up on that, bro. Seriously. be yourself, be hella chill. Just like, you know, and don't like, just text her casual, you know what I mean? Just like, be like, hey, what are you up to? Don't be like dropping like compliments. Just here and there when you can kind of flirt in the right moment, just like kind of like accent some things. I mean, because I'm so playful with girls, I feel bad. Sometimes I can be a very big flirt, and then sometimes like I'm not as forward as I should be with girls, because some girls will be like, you know, you could have totally, and I'm like, ah, oh, fuck. Yeah, I was totally trying, but I was trying to be like hella reserved at the same time. But I live a fun, exciting life. I mean, obviously, pussy ain't everything in life. I got 99 problems, and a bitch ain't one, that's for sure. To quote West. But, like, cool thing was, speaking of the West, which would be kind of cool, I pulled off my Silver Shroud outfit throughout this weekend at cosplay. Heaven, I'd like to say. Freaking, obviously, walking around Stan Lee's, like, freaking, like, playground is fucking just... Everyone needs to experience a Comic-Con that Stan Lee hosts. Do it. Like my suggestion. If you have an M7 approval. A portal. But I'm about to leave, honestly, because, like, I'm looking for anything along the lines that looks like... Because I'm trying to explore more than just, like, utilizing the Atlas Stones. Or any of the beacons or anything like that. Because I'm trying to come across, like, some kind of big creature that I haven't missed. Or a new ship that's downed. Some kind of indicator. But this planet is kind of a bummer. That's why I left it in the stream where I was hoping it would troll around the planet, because when it trolled around the planet, I could have put it in, like, you know, ×3 or ×5 and, like, looked at what it saw and took into categorization of, like, where, like, this supposed answer to what this portal would lead. So I'm thinking maybe leaving this planet, maybe going to another, like, planet in general, see if we can find some Atlas activity. Maybe an Atlas station. Maybe we'll luck out and we'll get that lucky. But if not, we'll search around, see if we can find a ship on another little solar system. Because this planet does bug out, like when you get too close to the planet surface, it looks like. But the point is, like, I'll shift gears and start playing Battlefield, like, in a second, so we can finish that off and, like, maybe crack into the storyline of freaking Titan's Fall. Yeah, tomorrow. I don't know, maybe tonight. I have to download it, but yeah, we got some options. Got some fun options. And, I mean, I could, and because it is Hallows Eve and all, I do have a Walking Dead Michonne story, which is loosely based off the comic from what I heard. And it's a very shorty from Telltales, so that could be fun to, like, play when I come back. Maybe we can push off Battlefield real fast and come into that, because that is installed, ready to play, ready to stream on this exciting little spooky stream. But we'll see. Like, honestly, I was trying to think of something, like, fun and spooky to do as a streamer, like, to bring to, like, the fun, like, Halloween, like, spirit. But unfortunately, like, obviously Friday the 13th didn't come out. But, you know, I'm thinking maybe it's time to get off this planet, because we've searched around, all I'm finding is fucking empty capsules I can't utilize, and knowledge, which is great. Yeah, I'm not lying. Knowledge isn't just horrible not to have, but we're not doing anything except for flying around. We're just taking a tour of Porta 2. Which the first one's P1, which I thought was hilarious. But I named that one just P1, this one I named it, like, Portal, so who knows. Alright, where to go next? I kind of like this blue planet up here. You look, kind of special. I have no... Okay, fine. Fine, I'll craft some warp cells. Don't worry, computer. I'll fix this myself. Because I'm gonna go back to this freaking planet and get some carbon. Ah, gee golly. Back to Portal 2. It's like the irony of the real game, Portal 2. You can never leave it. The cake is always a lie. It always has been, and always will be. Okay, I see some carbon life forms. We're going to go ahead and land and destroy this oversized, monstrous lily. Hey.
Bill keeps moving around on my bed.
Sorry, freaking T-Rexosaurus dead, so... That was his full name. T-Rexosaurus Rexo the Third, to be exact. Finally, carbon. Hey, stay out of this, alright? See anything? Hey, cut it out. Don't come any closer. Warning, yeah, fine, you know what? You were warned. You iron-infested vermin. Anyways, let's not worry about that, unfortunately. We had to do what we had to do. Oh great, now I'm out of fuel. It's okay, well somehow we'll get out of here. We have enough for maybe one warp cell now. Okay, at least that'll get us somewhere. Let's see if we can get a second one.
He's so annoying.
Oh, let's see here. Motherfucker. Hell no. We need more plutonium. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's roll. Go to the cave. Be hella interesting. Get in and out. Guess we can pick up some zinc. That's a valuable asset to our journey to warp cells. You never know when you're gonna need zinc. And plus it can be sold to the market so well. Want carbon, but maybe I shouldn't pick up carbon. Damn it. Hopefully that fucking crazy T-Rex thing doesn't see us. I don't want to have to put down another one of its kind. Euthanasia is not my flavor of ice cream. No siree. Oh, look at that little predator. Sorry, little guy. Homie, don't play that. Anyways, let's craft our fucking cells. I only need two. I don't need to go anything past that, because obviously I'm going to put myself in a plutonium deficit, which I'm not trying to do. What I'm trying to do is survive. So let's make some antimatter. Son of a bitch, just go get some iridium.
To kick Bill out my room.
No, that sucks. But let's go ahead and get to my ship. We'll get some iridium. We'll get some iridium in my life. Whoa, what are you? Oh, I got you. Damn it, I was hoping you'd be new. Can't escape this planet. I thought at least I can fucking get the zoology before I leave and give up on this planet, which seems almost damn near impossible to get. Maybe there's glitchy planets in No Man's Sky. Who would've knew? No Man's Sky has glitches?
He's the worst raccoon ever.
You sure that's not Rocky Raccoon? And if so, just throw a Bible at him. That's what the Beatles sing about. They just lob it at him. Yeah, I was listening to the Beatles on my way drive back from my freaking SoCal. You know, I gotta love Amazon Prime. They give you like that freaking like music package, which you can very easily just jam on. They have like, you know, preset lists, and I was like, you know what? It seems like a Beatles moment. So, even though I've been up since 4:30 in the fucking morning, so I've had 2 coffees today. A little hyper, but worth it. Where's iridium? Please don't tell me you don't have iridium. Good sir, can I borrow some iridium? Yes. Apparently they answered back with a yes. Amazing. Oh dude, there was a very, very well fucking gorgeous fucking May. Oh my god, she was so hot. But so cold at the same time. Like the hot cold. So bad she's chill. So chill she's hot. So cool you have to define it in the opposite, like it's a double entendre. Alright, that's enough. Enough of these shenanigans. Giving
I
me my
found him all
damn...
by himself as a baby, so I took him in and he's been my best friend ever since.
That's what's up. Raccoons are supposed to be pretty smart. They're also very bold in their native environments. They don't give a fuck sometimes. Alright. Let's go ahead and load the tank. It's good enough for me. Alright, let's take off. Please, take off. Alright, cool. I was like, damn it, don't tell me we're out of fuel again. Like, no! This cannot be happening. Not again. There we go. Cool. I'm surprised, you know, one of the things that I was like really surprised on the stream that was like 3 hours was the fact that no pirates fucked with me at all. Like, it literally went for 3 hours and not one fucking thing of pirate. I feared asteroids. Have I become that feared in the fucking space that pirates don't fuck with me anymore?
Mac?
I could say I'm a humanitarian. I especially love Playboy bunnies, so I have a soft spot for animals in my heart. I don't own any besides like fish, which are not mammals, or maybe because they're their own species, if I'm correct. Just like reptilians are, insects are. We have so many diverse species. I mean, I think everything plays a part. And like from my learning, from like when I did take some Buddhist education, when I was just studying religions in general, you know, like looking at stuff. Like freaking like they'd always like spoke of like freaking treating everything like littles in a sense. So I mean I can respect that. I mean that's kind of cool if you think about it, because then it's like what were we? You know, it's like something that would be a giant. You know what I mean? So it's just like everything counts in this breathing organic. I mean if it is alive, it feels something, even though we don't think it does. And look at a goldfish. We all thought it was dumb as fuck, and like Mythbusters proved like scientifically that. Oh, motherfucker, it's on like Donkey Kong, you bitches. Think you could fuck with me and get away with it? Yeah, that's what I thought, motherfucker. But like, a goldfish has almost up to a month of memory, so it's just like, if they have a month of memory, what are they thinking in that month? You know? Like, it isn't just like, blop, 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 goldfish food, blop, blop. No, it's not always like that. At least I don't think it's like that. Maybe it is like that. Maybe they think a month of it's just like, I want to be fatter. But I like to think maybe they're, you know, somewhere in between that and Klaus. If anyone watched American Dad. Abandoned building is one planetary system inside of this gorgeous planet. What are all those pirates doing out there?
I'll be back. Alright,
I will be here for a second. If not, I'll come back online probably shortly after. Right now I'm trying to figure out what the fuck they're up to. Hey, get back here, you sons of bitches. Think this is some funny joke? It's not. This is what happens when you fuck with me. Watch that be the good guys. They're just like, whoa, 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 show your jets, hoss.
Bully them.
You're lucky I have horrible aiming tonight. All this coffee's got me jittery. Nipping at your fucking heels. Watch, I'm gonna hit the giant ship, and the giant ship's not gonna try to hear that. I don't think I'm supposed to hurt them. It's not giving me any like clout with that at all. Oh well. To be fair though, I'm already kind of over this planetary system, the solar system. I kind of thought that's why I had 2 drives. You can check out what's going on, see if we can find an Atlas Pass somewhere just deep in the bowels of this motherfucking solar system. Oh, this nebula cluster. I mean, there's a whole bunch of solar systems here. I shouldn't be discriminatory, just one towards one. You know, obviously yellow hydrogen gases matter too. In the periodic table of elements, all the elements are important. Not one atom is different than the rest just because it has some different attached parts. neutrons, ions, protons, quarks. Yeah, quarks are fucking hilarious. You know, this is like what vibrates and makes fucking atoms. Oh shit, my bad. That fucking delay sucks. But maybe we can craft another warp cell if there's no like the Hilbert dimension.
Oh man, too late.
I know, but let's, you know what? I'm gonna go check that transmission tower out real fast. And if we don't find a ship automatically that's really badass, we'll craft some more antimatter and be on our way. Catch you out a new planet. I'll let you pick. I'll wait 30 seconds. Make sure like it doesn't end up like just being like a willy-nilly freaking like lag delay on the PSN. But you know, one cool thing was that when I went down to GameStop and pre-ordered the Pro, which comes out on the 10th. It's so surprising. 10 more days I'll have a new PlayStation. But looking at that, like I also need to look into getting a SATA drive for my PlayStation that'll work. That's a terabyte to just make that OS purr like a kitten. Was that they gave me a physical magazine of the Game Informer, which I love. I love reading Game Informers. Honestly, it's very enjoyable. Like into that point of like, where you get these points of like going into a store and subscribing to these things where you get like discounts and all these other cool things. But Pro was a very, I think for me, a necessary investment, because when I was talking to the guy, he apparently said I could still trade in my system, because I was honest with him. I was like, yeah, the power condenser is going out, but it still works. It still purrs like a kitten when it's on. Obviously I'm playing now, then freaking power doesn't go out as long as I'm not like freaking like turning off and on, then it kind of fatigues. But in the Game Informer that I read before I get too distracted, it said that 4K streaming would be supported. Now, obviously, if you've been reading about Pro, you understand that there's going to be some issues that what would be 4K, because you can't play 4K Blu-rays, but you can upscale to 2160, which some people are considering motherfucking 4K. But I know, right? It is the Red Sea. We're somewhere near Egypt, but it's like, for me, that's kind of exciting to like be able to stream a better clarity at the portion of like perhaps 4K. But I'm gonna need to like learn how to like freaking like get the Pro installation inside of like the hard drive, because I don't know, like, will they release it the same day? Will they anticipate someone getting a SATA drive and trying to like flop it inside of there and like create like this ultra purring kitten of what's going on? Like maybe. Because I mean, pretty much the specs for like the CPU and the RAM are almost exactly identical. Like I was looking at it now, obviously they're up to date, a little bit more up, to manufacturing standards and more efficient, like in the manufacturing points. They've made a shitload of them, but you do see like the graphics card is increased a lot. Holy crap! That AMD Radeon looks like pretty. It's a nice weapon to reckon with, that's for sure, as far as the video game industry goes. And like there's some pretty fun things, and one of the things he did say was 4K streaming supported, and I was like, wait, what? That didn't mention anything like that before. So I'm kind of really nice to get that day one now. Like I might have to sacrifice, like just play on the 1 terabyte drive that it gives me, but I hopefully I can get that SATA drive rolling too as well. It'll be very, very, very fun. Alright, so looking at this, doubles and minuses 1, and doubles and minuses 1, and doubles and minuses 1. So it's going to be 250. Magic number and drumroll, please. New ship. Okay. Let us go outside and see what we can find. Alright, ship, I'm sorry. This might be our last time flying together. But it's been kind of fun. You bulky big bird. You're like a fucking pelican. Look at this. This fucking heavy thing. It won't even like lift off the damn ground. It takes so much, you fucking fat piece of shit. I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk that way, shit. This poor ship's gonna crap out on me. It's like, you dare talk to me like that, you motherfucker. Alright, I guess we gotta go to the atmosphere to get the way we want to go. Because we want to go fast. We want to go very, very fast. It's like, quote Ricky Bobby, I want to go fast! Such a good movie. Talladega Nights. I hear the Lizard Boys are finally done filming Super Troopers 2. So we might be seeing that pretty soon. Pretty cool, huh? For most of you people that know Lizard Boys, they brought us Super Troopers 1, that horrible movie that smelt rancid called Slammin' Salmon. We also got like other movies that were pretty funny of theirs as well throughout the years. Like, not as much as you want. Like, obviously we had Beer Fest. That was amazing. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Probably something I go see in the theaters several fucking times because it's that cool. I like their work that much. When it's good, watch it once, see if I like it. It might sway my opinion. Alright, 7,
LOL, you fucked your
5,
sister.
4. You mean the ship? Whoa. You're interesting looking. I'm gonna kind of pay attention to you real fast because you look cool. But only because you look cool. Alright. Knowledge check. Form of Rosetta Stone and heliocentric looking ball. So far we've got tools, contribution. And drumroll, progress. Hopefully can live up to those words. What do you got for me? You're gonna teach me more language? I kind of feel like you're just gonna teach me more language. Oh, okay. I'll read. Traveler, move back.
Have you seen Joe Dirt?
Move away. Yes, I have. Holy crap. The blue asteroid is so funny. It's so fucking hilarious. I found a blue asteroid. Damn it, Joe. That's a fucking like one of those space turds coming down from one of those fucking airplanes. It's so good. The story of his, like, fucking, like... Oh, it's so good. So good. Oh, there's a big fucking bird. Come here, you ugly ass rooster. It's going to peck my eyes out one day. Who you calling a bird? Didn't you hear the word? The bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. I'm sure if Peter Griffin was here, he'd probably be like, I don't know, cray cray. Cray cray for Toucan Sam and his clan. Ooh. So far that ship could do. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, S74, can you live up to the inventory slots?
Deeper.
Yes! Oh, see? Bullying fucking ships work. Alright, let's check this out. Kinda cool. Feel a little bad, but I don't feel bad at all. This is a good way to end a stream, honestly, for NMS at least. New ship, no progress, but new ship. Yeah, I get that all too often nowadays. And then I realize I'm dismantling the other ship. I'm like, no! At least I can store all these elements, but no! Oh, I saw this funny ass meme of, like, my friend showed me where it's just like, there's this Pepsi machine. It was like, share a Pepsi with Glenn. You know, how they have these, like, random things, like, with Bob and Bill and all this other shit. And you just see, like, underneath, it's just a picture of Daryl crying. And I was just like, oh, that's too good. And of course, one of my friends who's very, very salty about like Glenn's death, which I was cracking up about. I was like, dude, just read the comic. You will almost cry. It's like that devastating when you like see what happens to Glenn. But like freaking, you understand that like shit happens. But I chimed back in within a group chat and I was like, oh, that's Negan's favorite, Glenn Cola. I know for some people like, shut the fuck up, that's too soon, but it's not. It's really not. He's been dead for a long, long time and buried the hatchet. Rick has not thought about Glenn for quite some time where I'm at. So son, catch up. Read the books. Then you'll hate the series. So don't read the books. Don't read the books. For the love of gosh. If you are the fan of the AMC, just watch AMC and then come back to it later. Eventually you'll understand the punishment that I lived through while watching that. Anyways, I need to quickly stop playing around and transfer this shit properly. Oh, it's raining a lot where I'm at. I was like watching my lights flicker and I'm like, that's odd that the lights are flickering on Halloween. I sure hope the power doesn't go out. That wouldn't be creepy at all. In the dark on Halloween with no candles that I know of in my reach. As I just, play hopscotch with words and dismantle all this stuff, That'd be kind of creepy. Please, for the love of all the humane fate and or whatever destiny or whatever the fuck controls things or doesn't control things, or just random causality or whateverness, like, don't turn the fucking power off. And I swear if I jinx myself, just look forward to my next stream. If I come back hella Blair Witch status, like, oh my gosh, they're fucking going to kill me. Then, like, obviously you'd be worried, but it probably wouldn't happen that way. I'd probably do it anyways and just make this, like, funny, like, elapse video and be like, I don't know, I'm fine. Which was hilarious, because, like, these group of kids, like, when I was, like, Pokemon hunting, like, these hella youngsters, like, they're, like, walking around, like, hella, like, a little tiny, like, I mean, they're just, like, being kids, and they're just, like, walk up and all these, like, little monster shit and, like, flipping canes and shit, look like some, like, young Clockwork Orange type shit, and they're like, ready for the purge tonight, bruh? And I was just like, yeah. Did you see the clown at the edge of the street? He keeps dipping down these alleyways. I think he's ready for the purge. And they just like kind of like stopped, paused, and just kept walking on. And like it was, they kind of chuckled to themselves. They obviously knew I was grinning, so it was like I was being like freaking like ha ha ha. There really is. It was just like kind of like an exchange of like funny puns. So I actually had fun like walking on that Hallows Eve. Got my Hitmonlee. Alright, so accept. I've accepted you into my Galactic Federation of Traveling Guides ship. Now you need to produce. And by producing, I mean I need to bring you up on par. It's alright, bro. I got you. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and send what we can back to the ship from the other ship. So in order to do that, I need to clear out this ship and put everything I can possibly in my inventory. Hope it pans out. Speaking of pan, for those folks that have seen Pan's Labyrinth, or I always get fucking tongue-tied. Pan's Labyrinth, which is an amazing movie. There was a really badass like glow-in-the-dark poster, like where it like only triggered in certain things when it was like turned off. It was like, dude, that's so brilliant. Glow-in-the-dark art. Who would have thought of that? Except for this one person that's badass. I want glow-in-the-dark work. I want that to be part of my art collection. And yes, I do have an art collection. I'm one of those people. I like art. Like some viewers are like, you're one of those people. You gaze at fucking paints. I saw Bob Ross when I was there. I was so ashamed I didn't bring my Bob Ross outfit. Like I had it. It was badass. Unfortunately, shit happens. I didn't wash the shirt I needed. But hey, shit happens. Like I said. I'll send over what we do need. I'm probably gonna need one of these. Actually, hold on real fast. Gold. Go over there. Don't be a dick. Alright, that's good. Tham. I need you to go over there and kind of relax, alright? Just take a load off, alright? Make sure everyone gets a fun little party, you know. Very, very nice. Alright, everyone. I think we've painted ourselves a happy little inventory right there. So we're gonna say bye to Vitch right behind us. Vitch was a nice little duck. Not too good though. Unfortunately, kind of sucked. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get this ship and we're gonna fix it up, make it real nice. Paint ourselves a happy little warp drive. Now, in order to do that, we have to confirm the S74. Hi, S74. Are you feeling happy today? Because we're gonna paint ourselves a happy hyperjet. Damn it, I can't do it for too long. Bob Ross is so hard to like fucking imitate without cracking a smile, honestly. Oh, darn it. Alright. Ooh, almost everything's back online. I like a lot. I like it a lot. How do I need more iridium? Why do I not have more iridium? That's wrong. I should have plenty of iridium. Just like I need plenty of these.
The ship.
The ship artiste. It's like 3 hours later. Our ship looks like a mountain. Even though Bob Ross was straight up pimp status. 30 minutes, that's all that man needed. You want a penny? No problem. Bob will do it. Bob's got you. Bob's got your back. Bob's old school like that. Alright, very nice. Our ship's almost up to par. Hey! Let go of me, you damn beacons. Alright, there we go. Hells yeah. Boom goes the dynamite. What's up, Vitcherton? Sorry not to come down to this, Vitch. I mean, yeah, shit happens. I get it. You know, we had a long journey. That's all that matters. By long journey, I mean I met you on this planet, and I'm just leaving you on this planet with less things. But you know, let's not dwell on that. You know, it's kind of a negative thing to dwell on, right? I want you to think about the good times, alright, buddy? Like when you had, you know, thrust drives that were badass and stuff. You know, think of the glory days. No, don't think of the past. It's okay. Just breathe. Okay, I think that's everything except for the thamium. And nothing else is really important, honestly. Alright. Iridium, I'll get confirmed once I have it. Iron, I'll have more of. And then I just need a warp drive. So, yeah, pretty much we're done. The rest of the stuff, as much as I love to say I want, probably shouldn't fuck with. I can kind of live with certain things. Whoa. Looks like a giant Mothra in the sky. That was creepy. Is that one of the mythological insect Pokemon or something? I don't know, I'm confused. And scared all at the same time. It's not right. It's just not right, it's not human. That's like so xenophobic.
Like that, LOL. You used her till she couldn't go no more.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a bad ship boyfriend. I'm sorry, sweetheart. It's not you, it's me. I'm sure you've heard that a lot in your life. Ooh. That one burned. Oh, I do need the microfiber cloth. I guess I have to go back. It's like that booty call at the end of the night. It's like, hey, what's up, girl? Like, you know, I know we haven't talked in a while, but, you know, you got needs, I got needs, and we still got something. You know, like, I feel just as guilty. Seriously, don't do that. It just gets complicated, bro. It gets complicated. Let's see what we can grab and run. Yeah, I left her with some, Grappuccino. It's a good deal. Those are worth a lot. I'm sure the next, No Man's Sky person that might not be ever that finds that will treat her well. Fitch was a good girl. But now we have Opava. She's Russian. She's very pretty. She can drink vodka like no one else. Alright. Now it looks like all we need to do is get some Heritium. We can fucking lift off. Yeah, it's one of those lame-ass ventures. Heritium, where are you? Oh, Heritium, where art thou? Because I'm gonna need it for warp drive anyways, so. Come here, Heritium. Where's Napoleon? He was like, gosh, it's your Heritium, Tina. Golly. It's like, thank goodness I have ninja and hacking skills and, nunchuck skills. All the essentials girls look for,
Get those thrusters going, CPT.
I know, right? ASAP. Oh, thank goodness. To be fair, I could have, hit back up the other shit, but I just feel bad. I'm abusing this poor girl, so I'm like, it's okay. Hey, Iridium. Dude, I actually need you, Iridium. Good job, buddy. How you doing? You look like you're having a fun time, Iridium. Like, come meet my mineral dust. It's very vast. Oh, one joy thing of like watching Dan Harmon and like going over there and like the con was like that one of my friends was just recently getting into
I'm back.
Freaking oh, welcome back. Freaking Morty. So we got to watch a lot of those episodes. So he got to watch, Scary Terry and you don't know me. That infamous line. It's like there's so many good episodes. All the episodes are really good, honestly. I haven't really met. I mean, the only one I even got like it wasn't even a sour taste. It was just like, man, it's okay. It has its moments, but it's okay. Was the second interdimensional cable episode where it's like, I wish you guys could have like, I don't know, came up with some other stuff. But the Plumbus is definitely like one of my friends always recommends that moment. He's like, think of the Plumbus. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're totally right. The Plumbus is a game changer. Oh dear gosh. No! My legs! My legs! Charlie Murphy, what am I supposed to do about my legs? They feel like linguini.
Bill just woke up.
That's like such a Bob Ross thing that you have going on there. Like, you're just like, I found this happy raccoon, this little critter. I just feed him. He comes out every so often. Just says hi. He's just, he is nature's little bandit, but he's just look at him, and he's so peaceful, he breathes. It's like, Bob was such a smooth talker, he really was. Funny as hell to listen to. Son of a bitch. I used all my plutonium. Alright, fine.
How would you feel if died, LOL?
If I died? Is that what you're referring to? How would I feel if I died? Because if you're referring to that, I mean, I'd probably accept my death. Be like, guess it's my time to go. Let's see what's next. If there's something next. So, I don't know. It's nothing I've really worried about. I don't know, my personal stance, this can't be it. You know what I mean? We're too intelligent of creatures in spiritual form in order for this just to go to waste. I might be wrong. I don't know. But who knows? You know, we just don't know. That is something beautiful to ponder. As I run out of fucking carbon! No! Why does this always happen? I come back to these planets over and over again. Whoa. You saw that blue fucking weird light, right? Like some fucking...
not reality.
Oh, if I died right now, I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You just, you go back and you find that one special spot. Because it shows you exactly where you're supposed to go with it. It's pretty cool. Here, carbon, carbon, carbon. It's carbon season. Oh my gosh. I just need one smeckle of fucking, like, carbon, that's all. Oh, maybe? No, that's rock. That's a rock! Oh, come on, we can find it. We can do it! Yes, we can. Fine, I'll take more plutonium, I guess. Since we're on this journey, might as well make it worth it. I don't care about life support right now, computer. You shouldn't care about life support anyways. You have like 3 fucking techers of like life support system working in tandem. Like literally the most elitist system I've ever had in the world, in this motherfucking galaxy. I swear, like Star-Lord didn't even have something this pimpin'. Oh my gosh, where's the carbon? I can't leave without carbon. Like, I sound like Velma right now. Where's my glasses? Oh my gosh. There were some Scooby-Doo cosplayers, and there was this one hot Velma. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. I felt so envious of the dude that I saw her walk up to and grab his hand. I was just like, oh, that must be your boyfriend, you lucky devil. I would totally be Fred. I have no problem. Like, hey, baby girl, I'll play Fred. I'll put on a stupid-ass ascot. For a girl that hot? Fuck yeah. I don't mind cosplaying as that shit. I'd much rather be Shaggy, though. It'd be hella funny. Zoinks! I don't know, Scooby. Maybe we should go check out the fucking kitchen. Way better, Scooby. Would be like a, you know, just a dog. You know, that's easy. Because they got separated a lot, you know. Can we just get some carbon? Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. Alright, alright, alright. Boosters! Alright, cool. Fuck off.
I always wanted Velma.
She was like that nerdy, like, librarian. She was hella cool. It's like the girl that's like, you know, a dirty birdie, but no one knows because, you know, she's very secretive of it. You know, there's something to be attractive about that. Yeah. Closet case nympho. I'm cool with that. I mean, I don't know if Velma was an info, but I mean, maybe she didn't get it.
She's like my dream girl.
There you go. Go for gold. Alright, almost to the top of this ridge. Come on! Come on, Charlie Murphy. Hustle. We can do it. H2O sucks. Water boy. Whoa, either my jetpack was messing up or maybe there was just a lag in that. Something malfunctioned in my lovely little fucking switch. Dude, another cool thing was when I was Silver Shroud throughout the weekend, which is kind of cool. Like, there was this really fucking cool chick that dressed up like the NCR. I was so fucking awesomely welcomed. Like her presence, she just like randomly ran up. She's like, "Oh my gosh, can I take a picture with you?" It's like she understood I was a Silver Shroud. You know, like, she was a big Fallout person. And she put so much effort into like her suit. It was so badass. It made me want to take a picture with her. Which she was a cutie too, so I was like very happy to take a picture with her. I was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, sweetheart, I will take a picture with you, no problems." You're doing me a favor at this point, making my freaking costume look better and giving me like a fucking. I mean, she had to have been like in cuteness. She was like an 8.5 on the scale of cuteness. And that armor could have left a lot to the imagination. So who knows? Because she had some really cool armor on, honestly. But I'm gonna go ahead and look around at like seeing what we can do in the department of getting the fuck out of here. Alright, so now that we have iridium, we can craft what's called a warp drive. And you can select the next star, and then I'm going to log off for a second and log back on. Maybe we'll play some Walking Dead, maybe we'll play some Battlefield, I don't know, depending on what mood I come back in, we'll see. Alright, so first things first, warp cell. Second, alright, let's take this baby for a test run. All we need to do to boot in anywhere is this warp cell, which we don't need at this very moment, I don't believe. At least I hope we don't. We'll find out. There we go. When in doubt, go to your warp cells. Okay. What star do you want? So many.
Don't take too long. I don't want to fall asleep.
I'll see what I can do. I'll try not to like take up too much time outside of the digital world. But was there any particular star you wanted before I go? So many. A certain color? Because I only have a certain range too, so unfortunately I can't get everywhere. My warp drive isn't completely up to par. So I don't know how far of a reach I have. And that's the planet we're on right now. Well, I'll take it that you're still deciding. I'll give you 30 more seconds, and then maybe I'll just dock at the freaking space station and save for the next time. Meanwhile, I'm gonna scan out and see if there's anything going on out here.
I get to pick.
I know, that's what I'm waiting for, bro. Which one do you want? Now again, that might be the delay, maybe you're not seeing, so just pick a color in this little photography and I'll paint it in as the warp. Meantime, I will quickly just take a peruse.
Good night, bros. I have work tomorrow.
Oh, no worries, man. Thanks for tuning in. Was there any particular planet, anyone? Or, you know, solar system? I know I promised, so there are some lovely ones inside the background. Please be my guest. Let me know. Let's see here.
Go more into the red side.
Okay. Like over here. There's a nice little cameo shot. And let's see here. Runner, later, bro. Thanks for tuning in. I'm actually looking at the chat.
If you've never been there.
Okay, on this side. So is what particular one? I'll zoom in a little bit more. It's more purple. There's some nice rare planets. Let's even make sure we can get here. Yeah, we definitely can. So that is one big ass yellow star. Holy shit! Look at that fucking Goliath. Dear gosh, you're like a fucking Titan. These are some crazy big planets, bro. Look at them. Their corona is just whipping around like a fucking pinwheel. I'm still impressed with these 4 stars right here. They're ginormous.
Yes, that one, the big yellow.
Okay. I believe that was, let me see, make sure. Where'd you go, big yellow? Where'd you go, Sunny D? It's gotta be this guy. Look at that bastard. Engage. 2 planets. Let's find out. You know, I saw Colonel Sanders in the friggin' like cosplay industry. That was so fucking badass. I was cracking up when I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what you cosplayed as fucking Colonel fucking Sanders. So fucking hilarious. Loved it. So good.
LOL, name it Sunny D.
Okay. I'll name it Sunny D before I log off. Oh shit, brakes! Fuck! Oh. It's like a fucking moment before you get in a car accident, you're just like, what the fuck, dude? Seriously, what the fuck? That was not cool. Okay, we have a manufacturing facility. Oh, okay, that scared the shit out of me. It really did. Okay, so where are we? I'm so discombobulated from that motherfucker. Okay, let's see here. I think this is the solar system we just popped into. Let me just confirm that.
Chicken.
Yes, he did. He had a dead chicken and fried chicken in his bucket, in the KFC bucket. He like, they don't rubber chicken. It was really, really funny. He was being interviewed. Someone was just like, "Oh, that's a Colonel Sanders. That's original." So it's kind of funny. Which was funny because I kept photo bombing all the Fallout photos. There were some people doing some like freaking like oh no! Fuck! Okay, thank goodness there's 3 other big planets. We'll name one of the other 3 Sunny D. Sadly enough. Oh wait. No, that's the wrong one. Once you upload it, you can't go back, son of a bitch. Sorry. We'll get the next ones. Thank goodness there's like a fucking like quintuplets existing inside of there. But that's where I'm gonna call it. We'll leave it with a chicken story.
Hello.
I know, right? The joys of my life. But gals and guys, thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you guys in a second. And I hope for most of those people that tuned out and went to sleep, you guys have a nice little sleep. But I'll be back. This night is very young for me with all the coffee that I have. Oh dear gosh, I'm caffeine dependent right now. But it happens. Anyways, I'll be back.